who died tragically. The Ghana Defense Force, in a statement last evening confirming this tragedy and offering some information, said the Chief of Staff, in extending his condolences to the families of those who died, made it clear that they will be fully honored, receiving their due. He said they served bravely the Ghana Defense Force, many of them for so many years. And when you talk to the family and workmates of those who lost their lives, you hear the stories of their strength over the years as members of the GDF, stories about how they worked and were committed to the GDF and committed to serving this country of ours. They were on a mission on that fateful Wednesday, crisscrossing the bordering locations to meet with the troops at those bordering locations. And we see the first casket coming out of that aircraft. Such a sad moment.
All right, if you're now joining us, this is a live footage out in Guyana. It's the Ogle Airport, changed to Eugene Correa Airport. The bodies of the servicemen, the military officers who were killed in that, thus far, we can determine it to be a helicopter crash. This is what's happening at the moment in Guyana. And we see all of the senior military officials are out there, the fellow soldiers, family members, relatives, friends, and colleagues. They're all out there at the moment. This is a live event at Eugene Correa Airport. I would have to assume, or we should assume, that the first body to exit the aircraft would be that of the most senior. And again, I'm assuming here that it is the most senior. That is Colonel Michael Shahood. Sorry, Colonel Michael Shahood. It ought to be, if it's going in seniority, it's happening right now at the Eugene Correa Airport. 5:33 p.m., of course, in the afternoon in Guyana. This is currently at the Ogle International Airport. If you're now joining us, let me just give you the first. The first should be Colonel Michael Sahoud. I'm assuming that's based on seniority, or it should, just a point of correction there. Colonel Sahoud is serving, but then the retired brigadier, who should be the first that is out there. Again, I'm assuming, but if you're now joining us, good afternoon. This is live coverage from Guyana. Live coverage from Guyana at the moment. We are, the bodies of these 5 servicemen, mind you, 5. In this here, what would have been a mistake, that Lieutenant Andio Crawford passed away. That has since been corrected. That is not the case. So 5 military officers have died in that crash. Retired brigadier, beaten, Colonel Michael Sahoud. Then there is Lieutenant Colonel Welcome, then Lieutenant Colonel Michael Charles, and Staff Sergeant Jason Khan. Let's head back straight to Ogle International Airport out there in Ogle. Of course, many of you probably recall that a few years ago, under the coalition, the name was actually changed. So if we're going in seniority, the next casket out, that should be containing the body of Michael Sahoud, Colonel Michael Sahoud. But let's head back underground to here, since Mike Gordon Mosley is there on the ground. Let's hear exactly what's happening.
Witness of the faces of our men and women in the military who are out here.
Again, if you're now joining us and you're late, the bodies of the five military officers who died as a result of thus far, uh, we are hearing that it was a crash. And so we'll have to assume that pending the outcome of an investigation. Um, and this is what's happening right now at the Ogle, or the Eugene Correa Airport, Ogle, on the east coast of Demerara. Lots of workers at the airport there. They're just watching what's happening and showing their respects uh, to those fallen soldiers. Live coverage right now, if you're now joining us. That's the second body. The next should be Lieutenant Colonel, either Lieutenant Colonel Welcome or Lieutenant Colonel Michael Charles, who was the captain, the pilot, the chief pilot there. Um,
Out there just announcing that this is the body of Lieutenant Colonel Michael Charles. They're now carrying that body.
Indeed, as indicated, that's the body of Lieutenant Colonel Michael Charles, and should followed by Lieutenant Colonel Welcome. In terms of seniority, that's exactly what's being done at this point in time. It's the next should be the body of Lieutenant Colonel Welcome. followed by Staff Sergeant Jason Pan. Again, if we're going by seniority.
The body there of Lieutenant Colonel Michael Charles, who was the pilot of that helicopter that crashed. The fourth body being brought out now. The body of Lieutenant Colonel Sean Welcome now being brought out. The fourth body being removed from that aircraft.
No, no. That's it.
And now the fifth body, the final body being brought out of this aircraft this afternoon.
And that fifth and final body should be that of Staff Sergeant Jason Pan. Staff Sergeant Jason Pan, right there. Former Minister of Finance, Winston Jordan, is just reporting that it has been confirmed that
This is the body of Staff Sergeant Jason Khan, the youngest who was on board that aircraft. He was very athletic. He's been remembered for.
All right, just paused a moment there from Ogle to bring you this other breaking news that Clyde Butts, Guyana and West Indies off spinner, died in a road accident on the east bank of Demerara. On the east bank of Demerara, Clyde Butts died. That's another breaking news out of Guyana. He was Guyana, former Guyana, and West Indies off spinner, died in a road accident. Thank you so much, Minister Winston Jordan, for that piece of information as we head back to Ogle International Airport, Eugene Correa International Airport. And this is the body of Jason Khan. Jason Khan, Staff Sergeant Jason Khan.
We're here at the Eugene F. Correa International Airport at Ogle, witnessing the arrival of the bodies of those 5 servicemen who died tragically in that helicopter crash on Wednesday at Arao, that bordering location with Venezuela.
Five horses they have over there, right? One shot around.
Such a sad and tragic evening. That aircraft arriving with the bodies through the sunset here. President Irvinali greeting some of the family members. Of course, he shared his condolences with them, saying his thoughts and prayers are with the family at this time. We're going to try to see if we can get the word in with the president. The president.
All right, as this is a current live image of what's happening in Guyana at this time at Ogle, Eugene Correa International Airport. As we just saw there, the bodies of the 5 fallen soldiers, retired Brigadier Beaton, Colonel Michael Sahoud, Lieutenant Colonel Welcome, Lieutenant Colonel Michael Charles, and Staff Sergeant Jason Khan. That's what we're watching right now at the Eugene Correa International Airport. And the most important part of this here is basically showing final salute to those fallen soldiers as we watch their coffins, 5 coffins being taken to the horses. And we've just been told by the former finance minister that Clive Butts passed away in an accident moments ago on the East Bank, Demerara. Clive Butts, that is what we have heard, and we thank the former Minister of Finance for that information. Clive Butts, we're told, mind you, and we are certain that Mr. Winston Jordan would not have been making this public statement had it not been confirmed. And according to Mr. Winston Jordan, it has been confirmed that Clyde Butts, former Guyana and West Indies off spinner, died in a road accident on east bank of Demerara. And so we again looking at the live coverage there at the Ogle, or what is now known as the Eugene Correa International Airport. We see individuals there. That what we are more concerned about is to see the family members, relatives, and colleagues of these individuals. And just please forgive me that our focus should really be on the family members, the colleagues of these fallen soldiers, family members and colleagues of these fallen soldiers. We are, at this moment, we are not interested in any political statement at all. In what we here at 107.1 FM, we would determine to be merely crocodile tears. We are not for the theatrics at this time. Family members want answers. They need answers at this time. They need answers. Please, they need answers, not political talks and song bites and all these manner of things. They need, and if you notice, we are not too bothered with what we're seeing, the photo ops at this time with political individuals who have gotten us to this stage. But what we see there is, it appears that Mark Phillips is standing there as though he's one of those bodyguards. He just peeked into the vehicle there, probably asking if he could ride or whatever it is. But we are not here for that, mind you. We are not here for this sort of political gimmick coming from these guys. We are here basically to show our respect for the fallen soldiers. And as we saw their caskets being taken to the horses, and that was pretty touching. And I'll be honest, as you guys have already read between the line, we are not here to see the theatrics and the crocodile tears by those politicians. We're just not there for that at all. And so this is where we may very well move on to something else. They have been silent, but they are very active now in front of the cameras. Very active in front of the cameras. Some of these people that we wish not to see at all. And many of you may share that view. So thank you, Lemon, for blanking them out. They are the reason why we are where we are. And I have absolutely no apologies to make for that at all. We have to stop pretending for these guys. We have to stop being diplomatic because I am not going to hold back on words. I wish not to hear the hypocrisy coming from them. The family members of those 5 fallen soldiers need answers, and thus far it appears what they're getting is cover-ups and cover-ups and cover-ups and cover-ups. Cover-ups and cover-ups and more cover-ups. This is the Chief of Staff of the Guyana Defense Force.
Some word on that soon. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Commented whether there was pilot error. Have you heard that?
It's an investigation to be conducted. I don't know. We don't know. Once that's completed. Thank you.
Thank you.
The Chief of Staff there of the Ghana Defense Force leaving the area now and explaining that it was an investigation will be done, a full investigation to be done. We just saw the arrival of the bodies of those 5 servicemen who died so tragically. The bodies of Brigadier retired Gary Beaton, the body of Colonel Michael Shahood, who was the commander on that mission, the body of Lieutenant Colonel Sean Welcome, the body of Lieutenant Colonel Michael Charles, who was the pilot on the mission, and the body of Staff Sergeant Jason Khan, a member of the Special Forces. 5 names we will not forget. 5 names of 5 families deep in mourning this evening. 5 names representing, as the GDF said, some of its finest. A nation mourns tonight as the long goodbye begins for the families of those who died and the families of those, of course, we hope, those that survived. Our thoughts and prayers are with them too at this time. Such a tragic story gripping this nation at this time. And we encourage you to share words of comfort with those family and friends in your posts and the messages you send out. Share words of comfort with those family and friends in the military, those serving across this country of ours, and share words of encouragement with the survivors. Lieutenant Andy O. Crawford, the co-pilot on that mission, and Corporal Dwayne Jackson. We saw them coming in earlier and being taken to the hospital. Our thoughts and prayers are with them too this evening. And this is where we'll have to end our broadcast tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting to you from
Sorry about that. We just want to thank Gordon Mosley there for that piece of coverage. But we're also hearing that Clyde Butts passed away in an accident. Sorry, just trying to get some information. Been a busy day, quite a busy day. So we're just trying to get some info, more info here. Sorry about that, guys. All the way out. I'm reading some of your comments, and I just sent a message to someone who can confirm whether it's just Clyde Butts who died in that accident. Okay, there is a second person, but my source on the ground cannot confirm the name of that second person. But if you are now joining us, reports out of Guyana that Clyde Butts, June Gilbert is saying 2 cricketers died. 2 cricketers died moments ago. One of them is Clyde Butts, and that's what we're hearing. We're trying to get some more information on the deaths, but thus far, according to former Minister of Finance Winston Jordan, has confirmed that Clyde Butts is one of those persons who died moments ago in an accident on the East Bank, Demerara. So this is what we are faced with over the past 48 hours, 72 hours, accidents, plane crash, deaths upon deaths, 5 fallen soldiers, 2 injured, speedy recovery to those injured soldiers. That is Michael Crawford and Dwayne Jackson. It's a sad day indeed for Guyana. A very, very sad day indeed for Guyana. Clyde Butts, we've just learned that Clyde Butts passed away. We're going to get confirmation on others. So I am trying to make contact with folks on the ground to find out what's happening. Hi, quickly, Enrico, word on the deaths of Clyde Butts and who else? Or have you heard? You? Oh, just all right. Good. If you do, just please let us know. Thank you. Good. I'm not sure. We're just hearing that it's Clyde Butts and one other cricketer, but we don't know who that other cricketer is. That person. Yeah. All right. Thank you. All right. Just checked in with Enrico. We are still awaiting confirmation on the second person, but thus far, according to news and our sources, that Clyde Butts died as a result of an accident on the east bank of Demerara. Still waiting confirmation on the second person. We're told that the second person is a cricketer as well. And now the news coming in, former Guyana and West Indies off-spinner Clyde Butts dies in accident at Eccles. Details surrounding the accident seem to be sketchy at this point. So basically that's it for now. We're not told of the second person, but Clyde Butts died moments ago. Again, Clyde Butts died moments ago, and that seemed to have been confirmed as we get some other information. It's really, really the sort of news. Can you guys just imagine what the children of Guyana, the young people of Guyana have to face with every single minute of the day? Some tragedy or the other. If it's not political, it's some other thing that's happening. And the entire country needs some sort of counseling. Put aside those political demons that cause the cause of all these different things. It is very, very sad. And even on the heels of the bodies of those 5 fallen soldiers flown to Georgetown, guess what? Just guess what? Here now. I can't believe this here. 1 month tax-free bonus. 1 month tax-free bonus. And the corrupt government of Guyana believes that it is a huge favor they're doing to people. It's a huge favor. 1 month tax-free bonus for members of the disciplined forces services. This increase will benefit 12,000 members, and they're happy. 1.5 billion Guyana dollars. 1.5. 1 month alone, that's it. 1 month. Somebody said chicken change. That's exactly what it is. 1 month. 1 month bonus. Nicole, Fiona, Casey, I agree with you. A slap in the face. It's more than just a slap in the face. It's more than just a slap in the face. 1 month. Look at the insult. Look at the insult. 1 month. every year, this is the disrespect for members of the joint forces or services. Disrespect to the fullest. 1 month, and they want everybody to jump on the mountaintop and clap for these guys. It's a tax-free bonus. Oh, yeah. 1 month. And then they're so happy to report that for the first time, wow, can somebody call up the Guinness Book of World Record or CNN or Washington Post or some, that breaking news, for the first time, the bonus will also be paid to civilian employees of the Guyana Defense Force. Wow. And people are supposed to do what about this here? Wow. For the first time, right? For the first time. Meanwhile, let's not forget who wanted to sell Essequibo out to Venezuela. Let's not forget.
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area.
A slight concession. Maybe this explains why five soldiers, 5 military men lost their lives. 5 as a result of stupidity on the part of the corrupt PPP regime. But look at what they're giving to the soldiers. Look and the members of the discipline services. It's like, wow. And for the first time, come on, guys. Come on, for the first time, the bonus will also be paid to civilian employees of the Guyana Defense Force. Wow. Yeah. Wow. And then look at this too now. Look at, they jumped from 5%. They're so ashamed. They jumped from their usual 5%. And look, 6.5 salary increase for public sector workers. Wow. Again, 6.5. Somebody do the math out there. 6.5, right, for public sector workers. The increase will be granted to public servants, teachers, members of the discipline services, constitutional office holders. Some of those constitutional office holders are basically bloodsuckers. We know one of them is the Commissioner of Information, not doing anything, nothing at all he's doing. But look, he got a 6.5. Wow, salary increase, right? As well as government pensioners. Oh, government pensioners, that mean that Donald Ramatar and all these people got a 6.5, right? And people must celebrate. 6.5, 6.5. Wow, in an oil rich, right? Remember? Oil rich. Look at what's happening. Look at what's happening, guys. Oh, Guyana, huh? I don't know. What do you guys, what do we have? What can we say about this here, guys? What can we say? Just checking up on some messages, guy. Just checking up on some messages. Just checking. Okay. So that's basically it. I don't know what else to tell you guys, but you've got to do something. Folks in Guyana got to do something to rescue their country. It's a total mess right now. Can't wait for elections to be held. This is a total mess. The same people that hugging up. Look, Ashley Singh hugging up, or getting a nice warm hug there from Maduro. Warm hug from Maduro. A warm hug. All right. Soldiers are in Georgetown heading to the parlors, and the two survivors are now at the hospital. We wish them a speedy recovery. So I'm about to just take my leave now and ask that you continue, all of you, those of you who believe in prayers, continue to pray for Guyana. You've got to continue to pray for Guyana. But before we go, pensioners, right? Oil-rich country. Check out the pensioners, the line out in, where is it? South Rumvelt, Aubrey Barker Road this morning. Check this out. I just want you guys to know again that the line, the long lines and the inconvenience, that's just the line outside on the road, you know. Anything can happen to those pensioners. You think the corrupt regime cares? You think they care? Take a look. That was opposite the health center in Festival City. Pensioners, that's what they have to go through. Pensioners. You think Irfan cares? You think Jagdir cares? They don't. Take a look, guys. The health center, opposite the health center in Festival City. Take a look. You know what you got to do, right?
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata Francis Vietnam, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my ex next to the cup. And what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.
We've got to go. See you guys at 9 o'clock Guyana time, 8 o'clock if you're in New York or wherever Eastern Standard Time, but it's 9 o'clock Guyana time. We'll see you guys. Remember who attempted to sell Guyana outright? Remember who got us in this mess? The PPP. The PPP got us in this mess. The PPP is responsible for those 5 fallen soldiers and the 2 injured ones. Let's not be fooled. It started with this here. The Venezuelan, Maduro didn't forget this promise. It started with this.
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area.
Somebody's saying that I don't know where to make my cross. Actually, no, I actually don't. Whatever it is, at least I tried something, right? But somebody maybe someday can teach me something, but I just don't know how to. And when you don't know something, they say, I don't know how to. I tried something. But I've got to go, though. I'll see you guys later on. 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Guyana time. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye.
You could probably, on the maritime area, give Venezuela a channel out to the sea. So you make a slight concession in the maritime area.
Eve more our border. And from someone, a low life like that, you